Well, the number of Americans using food stamps has climbed at an alarming rate. Reports are now showing that 1 out of 8 Americans are receiving food stamps. Nearly 42 million Americans rely on government aid to purchase food. That is a record high. With us now for more on this, Bloomberg economist Mike McDonough, who's regularly been crunching the numbers on food stamps because this is sort of a proxy for the poverty rate in the U.S.
Exactly. It's in order to actually qualify for food stamps, you have to be earning a net income at or below the poverty line, which for a family of 3 is about $1,500 a month or $18,000 a year. So that's a pretty bleak situation to be in with a family of 3. And what's astonishing is I wanted to put this number into a little bit more perspective. You had food stamps, you have to buy food. So I took the food and beverage sales, store sales, and I found that the cost of the food stamp program, which is about $5 billion a month, is actually 12% of total food and beverage sales. And here's a chart right here, yeah. So
you can see by that line, obviously, as the percentage, it's gone up dramatically. It was what, 7%
it was
3 years ago?
6%. It was down to 6%. I mean, it's astonishing. We all know the government's been acting as a crutch. People have been talking about that for the overall economy, and this is a prime example of how that's working. And what's disconcerting is that you have a lot of people right now who are receiving these jobless benefits, and that's going to be ending for a lot of those people. So we could see this number go up even higher over the next couple months.
Michael, in the note that you sent out this morning, it's not the first time you've made this anecdote, but dealing with Walmart and what shoppers are seeing there. Just tell our viewers about that anecdote that you put in.
Well, the CEO of Walmart recently, I think it was at a Goldman Sachs conference, made mention that it was a sight to behold. If you were to go to Walmart at 11 o'clock, near midnight on the last day of the month, you'll see shoppers start loading up their carts with baby formula, bread, eggs, etc. Staples. And they'll finish filling up their carts around 11:30, mosey around the store. And
they wait till midnight.
And they wait until midnight because that's when their cards become active and they could actually buy what you were saying. I was having a discussion with Rich Amarone, and he made the point, you're only going to do this if you are in a very dire situation.
Absolutely,
you're not going to make the trip out to Walmart 11:30 at night to buy baby formula unless you need it. And it's really concerning. And what you were saying, you said the poverty rate and the food stamp rate, they have a high correlation. You remember last month they announced that the poverty rate had climbed to something like 14.3%. It's an annual thing. That was the 2009 number, and that was big news. But if you were to just do a basic economic, the basic economic relationship between the two, based on where these food stamps numbers have gone.
You can extrapolate that number's gone up in 2010.
Approaching 16%. It could go even higher.
All right.
Is that going to turn around anytime soon in about 10 seconds?
I don't see how. Income growth's still tepid, and then you have all these people whose benefits are about to expire, and it's just not a good situation.
All right. Bloomberg economist Michael McDonough. Michael, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for your work on that, too.